Welcome to WagerTalk TV. I am Kelly Stewart, joined by Kevin Dolan at the SportsWolf83 on Twitter and Teddy Covers at Teddy_Covers. Make sure you guys are giving both of them a follow. Quality content from my guys. All right, we're going to head over to an AFC West matchup. We have the Raiders taking on the Chargers. I have our WagerTalk odds page up currently, and this one's been on the move since we started filming on this beautiful Wednesday. This one opened Chargers -2.5. It is now Pick'em's pretty much across the board in Vegas, except it's -1 over at Caesars. Total 52 pretty much here, maybe some 52.5. That being said, I was doing a show this morning with a couple other guys, and he told me, look, Kelly, I think this is going to be a quintessential sharps, squares game, pros, Joes, however you want to call it. Kevin, I'm curious to know your thoughts on this one. I'm leaning towards the home team right out of the gate.
Yeah, I semi-agree. Interesting game. Obviously, the Raiders haven't set the world alight in defense this year, ranked just fourth last in the league overall in yards per play. Yet, surprisingly, we're still able to limit, a pretty decent Browns offense to just 6 total points and 223 total yards last week on the road in Cleveland. Now, granted, poor weather was a major contributing factor in that game, but I was still, somewhat impressed with how the Raiders held the Browns to just 3 third downs from 10 and kept Baker Mayfield to just 122 through the air. Not to steal one of Teddy's most famous sayings, but if I'm playing this game, I'm laying, as I think this Chargers run game, although where it is now, I think the Chargers run game can find a ton of success here. Jackson and Pope combined for 156 yards on the ground last week against Denver, and the Raiders rushed for a total of 5.5 yards per rush attempt in that game as well. That's 5th best in the league despite that loss. They face a Raiders team on Sunday that ranks 4th last in the league overall in defensive yards per rush attempt on the road this season. And they've given up an average of 8.2 rushing first downs per game this year as well. That's 25th in the league. I think the Chargers win this game. I've been impressed with how Herbert has looked since he came in. Those 2 interceptions he put up last week against the Broncos were by far the most he's had all season. He had just 3 total prior to that. So I expect both him and the Chargers to bounce back with a win here on Sunday.
Teddy, I haven't gotten your opinion on who you like yet, but as someone who wants to back the Chargers, Kevin seems to agree. Is this a spot where we want to hang tight because the money's just going to keep pouring in on the Raiders?
I don't know the money that we see any more money on Las Vegas than we already have. I would be shocked. I would be surprised if Las Vegas ends up going off the favorite with no buyback on LA. Now, some of this is injury related. Now, both it look like Bosa's going to be able to play for the Chargers this week, and that certainly a significant injury. But part of it's the fact the Chargers can't hold a lead. This team is 3-11 in their last 14 tries as chalk under Anthony Lynn, and they've lost 10 of those games in outright fashion. So far this season, they blew a lead of 11 points to the Chiefs, a 17-point lead to the Bucs, a 17-point lead to the Saints, a 16-point lead to the Jags, and then last week, what happened against Denver? So it doesn't matter how much the Chargers are ahead. They're up 21 against the Broncos. They're finding ways to lose games, not finding ways to win them. From a side standpoint, I have no interest. But I do think the Chargers are the better of these two teams. So in a pick'em range, I don't trust them to close the deal out, but I don't want the underdog. What I'm more interested here is the total. Both these teams trending over. I mean, look at the numbers. LA has scored 31, 27, 39, and 30 in their last 4 games. They've allowed 38, 30, 29, and 30 in those games. They've all gone over the total. Prior to last week, when the Raiders played that wind game in Cleveland, they too had been, 45, 32, 30, and 36 is what the defense had allowed the previous 4 games. They only got 7 sacks all season defensively. And yet, Carr's chucking it downfield. The offense is working. It's a balanced attack. I see both these teams moving the football. I see both these teams scoring touchdown. And if I'm going to make one bet on this game, I will be looking at the over 52.
Fair enough, Teddy. Backing the West Coast Falcons is always just a little scary. Thank you guys for tuning in today. And make sure you head over to our WagerTalk YouTube channel. We've got tons of other videos. WagerTalk today featuring Teddy. I know Kevin and I are going to do some other videos later on today as well. Head over there and check out all of our other content.